We're here with Long Beach State women's tennis head coach Jenny Hilt-Costello, and her 49ers were victorious 4-1 today over UC Irvine to win the championship for the 7th time in the last 8 years. It's a pretty incredible accomplishment, Coach. Do you want to talk about just the level of success you've had here?
Yeah, yes, it is. It's very exciting. It's great for the program. I'm happy for the girls. You know, it was tough when the streak ended last year, and we wanted to get back on the horse again this year and get ourselves back into that winning spot and start another streak. So, yeah, it felt great, and hopefully we'll have many more again to come in the future.
How much motivation was it to lose last year in that final, and then to come back this year and face them again, UC Irvine, here on these courts?
It was a major motivation, and you know, originally we weren't really sure if we would bump into Irvine again in the finals because they were on the opposite end of the draw. You know, the field this year with 5 ranked opponents in the Big West was tough, so we weren't quite sure who was going to clear and make it to the finals. And when they got there, it was a good opportunity for us to get some vindication for last year, which yeah, you know, we're looking forward to that, but didn't know we were going to get it until yesterday, and when we did, we were excited.
Does it make it any more sweeter, the fact that your team showed some perseverance in that you lost one of your top players, Claudia Malinovska, at number 2 yesterday? She goes down early in the match, she can't play today, and everybody has to move up a spot. Does that give you any extra satisfaction in being able to win the match the way you did?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we showed a lot of guts today, you know, and while Debs and Anais had played doubles before, you know, in the beginning of the season, it's been a while since they've been on the court together, and you know, so getting back into that rhythm, it took them a while to get into that #1 doubles match, but they got the win in the end. And you know, we did play Irvine in regular season without Claudia, so we knew we had the talent to beat them without her. You know, you just have to get that, you mentally got to get a grip on it, you know, going into the final match when you think you're going to have a player and you don't. So once we got a handle on that and looked at, you know, the matchups down the line, we knew that we could battle in every position.
And how key was it to win the doubles point? You had a couple of tough matches, winning 9-7 at both, I believe, #1 and #2.
Yep.
And to win the doubles point that way in that close a fashion, what does that do for the team mentally going into singles?
Huge. You know, it's funny because it is only 1 point and there's still 6 more points to be had, but it is such a mental advantage going into singles when you have that 1 point, because you know, you just have to then get 3 out of the 6. When you don't get the doubles point, 4 out of 6 seems like a really daunting task. So for us to get that point, you know, going into the singles, especially again when everybody basically other than Anais had to move up a spot, it was a shot of adrenaline. It was the confidence we needed to go out there and battle through.
And then your lone senior on the squad is the one that clinches the match at #2, Deborah Armstrong. She wins 7-5, 6-2 over Rebecca Kwan. How appropriate is that for your senior to clinch the championship at that spot?
It was great. It was great, and she deserved it because she played. It was a really gutsy performance. You know, it's a little breezy out there. The wind is swirling a little bit. You know, Rebecca was taking the pace off of the ball, which was giving Debs a little bit of trouble as she was trying to drive through it. And so Debs backed off a little bit and basically did what it took to win the match. And that was to then take the pace off and make Rebecca start to try to hit the ball a little bit more. And Debs rolled off, I think, about 9 games in a row. Rebecca got then comfortable with the off pace, and then Debs had to go back out and start hitting again. But she totally went away from her comfort zone completely, you know, in terms of the game plan she needed to do to win the match, and it was, in my opinion, a gutsy performance, and she deserved the clinching point.
And now you talked about how there are 5 ranked teams in the Big West. It's probably as strong as it's been, and on the women's tennis side, men's tennis is actually very strong too, and has definitely improved. You always play a difficult non-conference schedule. So heading into the NCAA tournament, what is your confidence level with the ability to have some success at the tournament this year?
Oh, I think it's good. You know, I really think that we're starting to play our best tennis now, which is great. And that, as a coach, is what you look to do. You look to peak at the end of the season. Last year we peaked a little bit early. You know, in mid-March we were hitting our best tennis balls, and we kind of were on the downside when we came to the tournament, you know, end of April and May. This year I think it's different. We're just starting to hit our groove and just starting to play our best tennis. So you know, obviously it all depends on the draw, it depends on who they match us up with, but yeah, I definitely think that this team has a chance to go a round or two.
Well, good luck to you, Coach, and again, congratulations on your 7th championship in 8 years here at Indian Wells.
Thanks.
Thank you.